Before we begin, have you ever felt overwhelmed by other people's energy, like you're carrying emotions that aren't even yours? If so, share in the comments below. I feel everything. This space is for you. You are not alone. The unseen battle that sensitive souls fight daily. Some souls were born soft in a hard world. They feel everything. The room before anyone speaks, the sadness behind someone's smile, the heaviness of a friend's pain, even when it's masked behind laughter. And while this sensitivity is a sacred gift, it can also feel like a burden. If your heart has felt exhausted by simply existing in this world, if you've wondered why your peace seems so easily disturbed, if your energy dips without warning after being around certain people, then this message, this moment, is here to offer you something more than understanding. It's here to offer you divine protection, because you were never meant to carry all this alone. Archangel Michael, the great protector, the warrior of heaven, has been standing beside you all along. You've likely felt him in moments when strength rose out of nowhere, when fear was met with calm, when you said no for the first time and meant it. And now he's offering you a way to feel his shield, not just once in a while, but every day. This video will reveal how Michael protects sensitive souls like yours, and the powerful daily practice that keeps you grounded, shielded, and strong, even in a chaotic world. Why sensitive souls need extra protection. Think of a sponge. A sponge doesn't choose what it absorbs. It soaks in whatever it touches: clean water, muddy puddles, even the messes others leave behind. Many sensitive souls are spiritual sponges. Without strong boundaries, they absorb energy from their environment, and it stays. The irritation, the sadness, the tension, it lingers, sometimes for days, and when this happens repeatedly, the soul begins to dim. Confidence weakens, the body tires. The heart feels confused between what belongs to others and what belongs to you. This isn't weakness. It's spiritual sensitivity, and it needs protection, not shame. This is where Archangel Michael steps in. He doesn't just clear away darkness, he shields you from absorbing it in the first place. If this feels like your story, type "I carry too much" in the comments. Let this be the moment you lay it down. How Michael's shield works in daily life. Imagine this. You walk into a room filled with people. No one says a word to you, yet something in your body changes. You feel a tension in your chest, a pressure behind your eyes, your shoulders start to rise, your breath becomes shallow. You glance around and everyone seems fine, but you know something's off. There's an invisible heaviness, the buzzing stress of someone's unspoken anxiety, the cold sting of judgment lingering in the air, the fog of other people's unresolved pain thickening the room like smoke. You didn't ask for it, you didn't cause it, but your sensitive spirit has absorbed it like a sponge in water. And by the time you walk out, you're carrying what isn't even yours. Tired, anxious, unclear why your mood suddenly shifted, wondering what's wrong with you when really it's simply the weight of unfiltered energy. Now, pause. Take a breath. Now imagine that same room again, the same people, the same unspoken emotions. But this time, you walk in wrapped in light. A cloak of divine energy surrounds you, soft but strong. Archangel Michael stands beside you, calm and present. Your aura is sealed, not hardened, but fortified. The room doesn't change, but you do. Instead of absorbing the energy, you observe it. Instead of shrinking, you stay grounded. Instead of tightening, your body stays open, anchored in the peace that belongs to you. The static in the room doesn't cling. It simply moves past you. This is what it feels like to be spiritually protected. Not closed, not numb, but clear. Because Michael's shield doesn't block you from life, it filters life through truth. It allows in love, honesty, kindness, and reflects away fear, manipulation, and energetic clutter. When you practice this daily, it's not a one-time bubble of calm. It becomes a way of walking through the world. You start trusting yourself more. You stop doubting your emotions. You no longer take on pain that was never yours to carry. That's why affirmations matter. Not because they're trendy or positive vibes, but because they are declarations that shape your field. They're spoken prayers that your spirit begins to believe. They send a message to the universe and to Michael that you are ready to stand in your light. Each time you say them, you're not just whispering hope into the air, you're reinforcing a boundary that protects your purpose. The cost of living unprotected. Maybe you've felt it. waking up with hope only to feel heavy and unclear by noon. You had no argument. Nothing bad happened, but suddenly you feel low, tired in your soul. You walk through your day, doing your best, only to find yourself irritated, anxious, or emotionally off-center after a short conversation. You start blaming yourself. What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this again? And the worst part, it's not always your pain. It's someone else's sadness that jumped into your field. Someone else's fear now sitting in your chest. Someone else's anger that you accidentally took home. You may not have noticed it at first, but the signs are always there. When you cry over something that isn't even yours. When your peace disappears after visiting certain places or people. When your self-trust feels fragile and your boundaries blur. This is the cost of living unprotected. Over time, this kind of energetic overload leads to more than just mood swings. It creates spiritual fatigue. You lose clarity in your decisions. You begin questioning your path, your voice, even your worth. You become so overwhelmed by everything around you that you can't hear the gentle voice within you anymore. And in that space of confusion, the world begins to dim. But here's the miracle. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to wait until you're breaking to begin protecting your light. You can choose a different way today. This is exactly why Michael's daily protection affirmations were created. They're more than a morning routine or words on a page. They are an act of spiritual empowerment. Each time you listen, you reclaim your energy. Each time you speak them, you affirm, I know who I am. I know what belongs to me. I release what does not. These affirmations realign you with your truth, like a compass for your soul. They reset your energetic field and rebuild your inner fortress, not as a wall, but as a sanctuary. And as you make this a daily rhythm, just a few minutes each day, you'll begin to notice the shift. You'll stop feeling so affected by every mood in the room. You'll sleep more peacefully. You'll feel safer in your own body, in your own presence. You'll finally stop carrying what was never yours. Because with Michael's shield, you're not just protected, you're strengthened. You become grounded in your divine essence. Your heart remains open, but no longer vulnerable to what drains it. And most importantly, you remember that your light is sacred, and it was always meant to be guarded. Small moments, big shifts, the power of daily alignment. Protection doesn't always come with flashes of light or dramatic signs. Sometimes it's a whisper, a moment of clarity that saves you from saying yes when your spirit meant no. A gentle pause in a conversation that helps you choose peace instead of proving your point. A deep breath that keeps you rooted when someone else's chaos tries to pull you in. These are the sacred micro-miracles of living protected. It happens when you say no without guilt, because you no longer confuse boundaries with rejection. When you walk into a crowded room and feel calm, not anxious, because your energy is sealed in light. When you leave a draining conversation and don't feel heavy, because you no longer carry what doesn't belong to you. When you pause before reacting and choose love over fear, truth over reactivity. These moments may seem small to the world, but for sensitive souls, they are everything. They are proof that you're no longer surviving energy, you're mastering it. But these shifts don't happen by accident, they happen by alignment. When you wake up and take a moment to center yourself, before the world pulls at your soul. When you end your day by clearing what's not yours, before it settles into your spirit. These are the windows where Archangel Michael meets you. And through a simple but sacred daily practice, like the protection affirmations created in his light, your entire field begins to transform. You stop being reactive. You start being responsive. You stop leaking energy. You start radiating it. Each time you speak a protection affirmation, it's like casting light forward into your day. It's a declaration. I choose to live in alignment. I choose to be protected. I choose to stay in my power. And as this becomes your rhythm, it's not just how you feel that changes, it's how the world responds to you. People begin to respect your space without being told. Situations that once triggered you now pass like a breeze. Even your presence shifts. Others feel the calm, the steadiness, the clarity you carry. Because when you align with divine protection, your energy speaks louder than your words ever could. Living protected is not selfish, it's sacred. So many gentle souls carry a quiet fear. If I protect my energy, will people think I'm cold? If I pull back, am I being selfish? The answer is no. Not now. Not ever. Living protected is not closing your heart. It's choosing to keep it open without letting it be trampled. It's knowing that your compassion is more powerful when it comes from a full well, not a leaking one. The truth is, boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They are sacred thresholds that preserve your peace, your truth, and your purpose. Think of a garden. If you don't put up a small fence, the weeds and wild things take over. Not because they're evil, but because nature, like energy, will always seek space. Michael's shield is that sacred fence. It doesn't mean you stop giving, it means you give wisely. It doesn't mean you stop feeling, it means you feel without drowning. It doesn't mean you stop showing up, it means you show up from a place of grounded love, not guilt, not depletion. He doesn't protect you from others, he protects you for your divine mission. So you can love deeply, serve fully, feel richly, without losing yourself. Because when you're living protected, you're not giving people your pain, you're offering them your peace. You're not overextending to prove your worth, you're embodying it. If you've ever felt guilty for needing space, if you've ever had your kindness mistaken for weakness, drop a comment below that says, "Protection is sacred." Because it is. And so are you. You deserve to move through the world without apology. You deserve to feel safe inside your own energy. You deserve to live in a way that honors your heart and your light. And with Michael's help, that becomes not just possible, it becomes natural. Receive your sacred tool of protection. To move through this world with an open heart and a steady soul. To love deeply without losing your center. To wake up feeling light and go to sleep without carrying the weight of others. That is the true gift of living protected. But even the strongest light needs tending. And that's why a sacred support has been prepared for you. One that allows Archangel Michael's presence to become part of your daily rhythm, not just your moments of struggle. This isn't just a set of affirmations. It's a spiritual anchor, a soft, guiding voice that returns you to your truth whenever life tries to pull you away from it. It's for the mornings when you wake up already feeling overwhelmed. It's for the moments when someone's energy clings to you and you don't know why. It's for the times when you feel the urge to shrink, but something inside says, no more. This practice was created for those quiet, unseen battles, the kind no one else notices, but you feel them deep. Each phrase carries the frequency of protection. Each repetition reinforces your boundary. Each use is a declaration to the divine. Today, I walk in light. Today, I choose peace. And it only takes a moment, not a ceremony, not a perfect day, just a breath, an intention, a whisper of yes. So if you're ready to stop absorbing everything, if you're ready to feel strong without hardening, compassionate without collapsing, click the link in the description to receive your free gift, Michael's Daily Protection Affirmations, and begin living in the shield of sacred light that was always meant to surround you. Let this be your quiet revolution. Not louder, not tougher, just more you, fully, freely, and finally protected. This is your sign. This moment, this message, this video is not random. This is your reminder. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world. You were meant to bring light to it while staying anchored in your own. Archangel Michael is with you. You don't have to beg for protection. You just need to invite it and affirm it. Start today with one breath, one phrase, one act of devotion to your own energy. If you're ready to live protected, type Michael shield me in the comments below. Let the angels see your yes. Then click the link in the description to download your free affirmations and step into a new way of being, where your heart stays open and your spirit stays safe. You are sensitive, you are strong, and you are never alone. Let the shield of light surround you, today and every day.